Good morning, everyone. Today is day 32. It is April 22nd, and we are slack packing today. Look, I have no backpack on. Greg has a teeny tiny backpack with our water and snacks only. So, slack packing, for those of you who don't know, this is what happened. We stayed at Standing Bear Hostel last night. We'll stay there again tonight. The owner just dropped us off 10 plus miles north of his hostel. So we are hiking southbound today from where he dropped us off back to his hostel without our packs on. So it's really cool because we feel so free. There's no weight on our backs at all. And just a little bit on Greg's, but I'll help him carry that later. And then tonight we'll stay there again at the hostel, and tomorrow morning the owner will take us back to the same place he just dropped us off, and we will go north from there, back on the trail again. So it's pretty cool. We are liking it. So Standing Bear Farm Hostel is everything we heard it to be. Very friendly, courteous, do anything for you owner, caretaker. Always there. There was kind of one guy running it last night. There were tons of people there. They have bunk houses, they have a loft area, they have a tree house, they have a creekside house, which is where we are. But it's, how would you describe it, honey? It's
basic.
Very basic accommodations. Basically a dry place to sleep. We had to wait for a while to get sheets, and they did seem pretty clean. My friend Jen stayed there earlier this year, and she said their sheets were dirty, and we walk into the room and there's, it hasn't been, the room is tiny. It only fits a bed, as you saw in my video last night. And there's a big can of Raid on the floor with dead bugs around. I mean, can you guys believe I stayed there? I mean, yeah, we didn't see any live bugs though. So very basic. We used the sheets, but we took out our sleeping bag and used that as our cover because the quilt they had there just looked disgustingly dirty and nasty. And the bed sloped, it was like putting up a tent on a hill. So I was like rolling into Greg all night, and he was like almost rolling off the bed. But whatever, we're there. It's really the first hostel you come to out of the Smokies, so there's no other competition. So he has a pretty cool system he has this little resupply shop, and he gives you an envelope when you get there. You write your name, where you're staying, and you can basically go in the store, take anything you want. Everything has prices. It's an honor system. You just have to write it down on the envelope, and then when you check out, he adds everything up and you pay. So that's kind of cool, because if you want a can of soda in the middle of the night, you can just go get one. He does have beer there, which was very popular with almost all the hikers.
Very popular with me.
Greg had some Fat Tire. He had Fat Tire and Pabst Blue Ribbon, that was it. And he charges a pretty penny for them. And he does
$3 for the Fat Tire, $2 for the Pabst.
But the Fat Tire was bigger.
Yeah, 16 ounces, 12 ounces.
Yep. He does require ID, so that was good. But that's an honor system too. He just tells you to write it down on your envelope. And I mean, how many beers were drunk last night by everybody there? I mean, it was like a party. We weren't in the party, but this morning we saw all the empty beer cans. It's just crazy. So that guy's really raking it in, even though he does the honor system, and I'm sure some people hedge here and there. But yeah. So I think that's it for now. Oh, we just passed someone when we started slack packing this morning. We passed someone going northbound on the trail because we're going southbound now. And they recognized us from our Instagram. They said, "Oh, Appalachian Trail Tales." So that was cool. And last night I met a girl from the women's group. Her trail name is Jaboots, I think. And we just rode with them in the van today because they slack packed yesterday. So they were coming back to Brown Gap to go north today. And she's really nice. And she recognized me, so that was cool. And then there was a guy, Justin, who we'd met the other day, who recognized us from YouTube, and he has a YouTube too. I think it's just under Justin. He said
I can't remember.
Yeah, I asked him. Justin, whatever his last name is, and he said he's trying to do more videos. He doesn't have that many out right now. And he has an Instagram too, so.